Hey everyone, today's Friday Find. I am in one of the coolest spaces that I've been in, and definitely with the coolest guys that I know. I am here with PJ and Rod from Black and Bold. And this is honestly the first time I've been able to see something like this. Here is their whole roasting setup, and they roast coffee right here in Des Moines. It's delicious. If you buy a house with me, you will get a package of their coffee in your closing package. But in the meantime, I want them to tell you a little bit about what they do and how they came about roasting coffee here in Des Moines.
Yeah, so I would say we turned our passion into an opportunity to spread it to people who may not be aware of coffee ultimately. So as coffee enthusiasts and tea enthusiasts myself, we had the opportunity, like I said, to bring this to the masses. And so about a year and a half ago, we opened the virtual doors of
Is that all it's been?
Yeah.
Wow! Look at all you've done in a year and a half.
Yeah. And so, yeah, opened the virtual doors, and we've been plugging away ever since.
Awesome.
I think so it's a great point. So a key piece of our brand is our domestic social impact focus. So we give 5% of our profits back to initiatives across the U.S. that are local to our client base to support disadvantaged youth initiatives. And so when you think about being in operations for a year and a half, that ideation has been going on, let's say, probably, or been incubated for about 18 years now, which is how long we've known each other. So we grew up in Gary, Indiana, and lived across the street from each other.
Oh, were you guys best friends?
I mean, he's taller than me, but I probably did most of the bullying. So it's been a journey. No. But
So did you always know you guys wanted to do something like this?
In theory, yeah, absolutely. We didn't know through what industry, but the idea of entrepreneurship is absolutely attractive. And so this, again, just manifests itself very naturally.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so for people like me who are not coffee enthusiasts, I kind of have my coffee that I have every day, and I never really knew that I could experience such good coffee until I tried Black and Bold. So now that my eyes are open to that, I'm learning more and appreciating more coffee. But what would you say to somebody who, like me a year ago, had never had really good coffee? What would be like the one thing that they should look for in their coffee drink?
I think the most important piece for those that haven't had an aha moment around coffee yet is more than likely the coffee they're drinking is not fresh, and they don't even realize that because they've been so normalized to non-fresh coffee. Of course you can.
Okay. I just learned this today. These are green beans. Like these beans, where did these come from?
That's the pit of a coffee cherry plant, actually.
Like, I didn't even know that this was the process of how coffee was made.
Yep.
So talk about fresh coffee. It doesn't get more fresh than what you guys are doing.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, and so the key indicator of an everyday customer, whether it's their coffee is fresh or not, and we've been on our own spectrum, in particular on drinking coffee. Like learned so much just by way of saying this is the industry we're going to double down into. But most people correlate hot coffee as good coffee and cool coffee as bad coffee, and that's a huge indicator that your coffee is likely flat or stale. So if you have fresh coffee or freshly roasted coffee, given that coffee is harvested from the soil, it has notes that it absorbs from other things that are harvested around it, right, from that farmer's economics. And so the cup's taste should actually have subtle notes of something in it that are enlightening, enjoying, more so than the opposite of bland and stale or not good. And so if you have a cup of coffee that's room temp and it's freshly roasted, those notes are elevated even more because hot coffee or hot brewed coffee masks the taste buds. And so once those cool down, you can actually appreciate it more versus the opposite of saying, this isn't good, I want hot coffee. And so if you're on that spectrum, if you've been on that spectrum, having fresh roasted coffee, you'll appreciate having a better cup just because of that. And then there's a whole nother depth you can go into on appreciating the different notes and taste experiences from coffee too.
So essentially it comes down to the bean fresh, bean from a farmer that utilizes all of the harvests around it to bring out those notes, and then the actual roasting process, which you guys have the technology to make it consistent and precise, which is what makes you guys the best coffee I've ever had. So, well, you guys are an inspiration. I think it's so cool that you followed your passion, you started this business, and I can't wait to see you guys take over the world.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
We appreciate you.